When more countries are locking down, brick and mortar stores are shutting down. Government is forcing you to shut down. Well, it's the responsible thing to do to curb the spread of the coronavirus is to shut down. But what do you do during that time? Now, if you have an online platform in which you can engage with people, or even if you have online sales, depending on the nature of your business, you can engage with people. But if you've never adventured into the online space other than the regular Facebook post here and there, Facebook Lives are a great way to keep your audience engaged during this lockdown period. So, today on the show, we'll talk about how you can connect and engage with your audience using Facebook Live. Now, if you're an avid Facebook user, you have probably seen everything from red carpet premieres to amazing user generated content, all happening within the Facebook Live feature. They've been broadcasted, they've been shared with people from all around the world, right from their cell phones using Facebook Live. Now, this tool, it's easy, it is powerful, and anybody can use it. It is super simple to use. It's just a matter of clicking a button and you can open yourself up to the entire world. Now, everybody uses this. You'll find the stars using it right now. We have Chris Hemsworth doing workout videos online, keeping people engaged. He doesn't have some fancy setup, while he could, but it's all happening from the smartphone. With Facebook Live, you can tell your story your way. You can take full control of your broadcast, use the full range of Facebook tools like filters, masks, fun masks, and colorful doodles, all to communicate in a way that's authentic to you, to your brand, and to your business. It allows you to interact with your community in real time. Something that radio ads, or even if you're on television, that doesn't happen on television. On Facebook Lives or any kind of live social media, you can have live real-time interaction with your followers. Ask questions, answer questions, hear what is on your fans' minds, and see what their reactions are to the content that you put out. My favorite part about Facebook Lives is that you can reach people from around the world. So not only can your live content help people create a more personal connection with your follower, because the mobile platform is so immersive. When you're watching a live video, it takes up your entire screen. You do have the option to minimize, but that first point of contact is that expanded immersive screen, and you can reach many more people even after you're done broadcasting, because you just have to save that video and make it available to anybody that comes to your page to see your content. It's shareable, and with the way the Facebook algorithm works, it just spreads like wildfire. Now, the first thing to look at is how you can start your own Facebook video. Now, unless you're broadcasting via live API, you'll need the following. Now, the API lets you a little bit do much more fancier stuff. Use an external camera, run it through some third-party software, and with that one feed, you can broadcast on multiple video platforms. But if you're just using your smartphone, all you need is a Wi-Fi or data connection. A smartphone or a desktop, you can run lives from your desktop if you have a webcam, and you need to have a page manager or the Facebook Creator app, and you have to be logged in to Facebook from a browser. So when you are on your page, all you got to do is just click on that red video camera that says live, and then you're good to go. Put out your content out there, whatever it is. Do something crazy, something different, something that your followers will generate value from. Now, the key to successful Facebook Lives is crafting your content. Now, I know you may be wondering exactly what I'm talking about, but you can't just stick on your live and just babble your way through it. You got to have some content that's really engaging. I mean, Facebook Live gives you the power to create content in a variety of ways. So it's really up to you how you want to engage with your community. Now, I've seen some crazy stuff online. We even seen Trevor Noah broadcasting live from his lounge, the social distancing show. And a lot of the times, it's nice to brag, most of us have better video quality and audio quality than Trevor Noah does on his platform. So what can you do? There's so much you can do to get started. Here's a couple of ideas. Discuss hot topics. Now, everybody's talking coronavirus, but share what's on your mind, whether it's thoughts on the current events or your reaction to something in your life, but discuss hot topics. Host a Q&A about your business. Build a personal connection with people. If you're a bit of a celebrity and you've got, or you have influencer status, people are interested in what you have to say. So answer questions from your followers during a live broadcast. Also report on the news. A lot of the times we see people, when they're at a highlighted event, something significant is happening, they pull out their phones and it's going on a live. So if you arrive at a significant event, share what you're seeing with other people around you, around the world. I mean, that first-hand video gives us a sense of satisfaction. I mean, you didn't see it on CNN or BBC. You got it live from the person that's right there. It's not edited. There's no control as to what you can see and what you can't see. So there's a sense of satisfaction that you're getting something firsthand. Also, maybe consider interviewing people. Now, I know it's similar to the Q&A, but you can broadcast an interview with your friends or colleagues or even experts surrounding your brand or your business. Also perform live. We see right now with the various lockdowns, musicians are all performing live. I think Robert De Niro is doing some sort of a reading on his social media pages live. Give your followers a front row seat. If that's your business, that's your brand, give them a front row seat to the action. Whether you're warming up before a game or just practicing or celebrating a big win, give your followers that front row seat that they would not get on TMZ, that they would not get on eOnline. It just gives you a sense of exclusivity. Take your followers behind the scenes. Make everything around you the star of the show and let all of the action unfold on camera. So depending on your brand or business, take people behind the scenes during this downtime. Now, obviously, if you're a brick and mortar store, you can't really be there. But if you're working from home and you're developing your product or your service from home, allow people to see that vulnerable side of you. Take them behind the scenes. Give them, you can't obviously give away all of your secrets, but give people a sneak peek. A great thing that you can do right now to promote sales for your business is to show a demo. Teach people how to use your product, how to get the most out of your service, maybe how to recreate something at home that involves your business somehow. Play music, learn more about current events. Just give people a demonstration about what your business, your product, or your service is all about. Now, Facebook Live have some really nice features, really nice tools that you can use to tell your story. The first one is a scheduled live. Now, you can plan your broadcast ahead. That will allow you to build some anticipation among your following. You can use the schedule live to let people opt in to get in-app notifications and to remind them about when you're going live. So they can tap a get reminder sort of notification on their Facebook app when you do go live. Use this feature where people know that, okay, Tuesday, 6 o'clock, you're going live and this is the topic that you're going to be covering. A few minutes before your broadcast officially starts, people will get that reminder, will be able to go into a sort of a virtual lobby area. Just like when you go to a hotel or somewhere nice, you go into a lobby area before you enter the main auditorium. On Facebook Lives, you go in, once you click that get reminder button, you go into a sort of a virtual lobby and you wait for your broadcast to start. Now, the lobby is interactive and people can leave comments and chat with others while they wait. So again, this builds anticipation. Sort of gives you a little bit of a celebrity status right there. But note that if you're going to use the scheduled live, you must schedule a broadcast on the desktop from your page's publisher tools and then broadcast it via the live API. The next thing you can do is broadcast live audio. Now, sometimes your story doesn't lend itself to visuals and you want your followers or your fans to focus on your words. Or maybe you don't have very strong Wi-Fi or data connection to go live. You can substitute that with a live audio only. So just as you do with the live video on Facebook, people can still discover your audio-only content in the newsfeed. They can ask questions, they can leave comments, and they can interact with you in the same way that they do with the video lives. One key distinction to note is that between a live video and a live audio-only broadcast is that Apple users will be able to continue listening as they browse other parts of Facebook, whereas Android users, if they scroll past it, that audio feed will go dead. Another nice feature on Facebook, especially if your brand or your business is a bit on the playful side, is that you have themes, which is basically visual effects that you can add. Things like masks, filters, colorful doodles. Anytime during the live broadcast, you can add that onto your images and to your video. You just tap the magic wand icon on the top right hand corner of the screen before or during your broadcast, and then you select the options that appear at the bottom of your screen. And if you are a bit on the fancier side and you want to go high tech and all in on your first go, you can do so by broadcasting live via the Live API, which allows you to use professional cameras for your video. Now, if you prefer not to use the live, if you're just starting out, I don't think you need to make these high-end investments into some fancy camera. Cell phone cameras are great. And the quality is great. They're more affordable, easily accessible. The Facebook algorithm reads the phone cameras a lot better than it does something high-tech and professional. Facebook is all about making the experience for the user more natural, more authentic, and these high-end cameras don't really scream authenticity, whereas your phone camera does. It's more rustic, and the algorithm gives a preference to the cell phone cameras. There are various things you can do to sort of soup up your cell phone, and we're going to talk about that in a little while. But once you do put your live out there, you've got some good content going, you've built up some consistency in broadcasting the lives, you need to understand the video metrics that Facebook provides. There's no point in putting something out there and you're not seeing a return of investment and you're not really seeing the engagement that you need for your business. It takes a lot of energy to prepare for a live, a lot of your time in creating that kind of content. So you want to see some ROI. You might not get all of the results that you want in one go. It takes some time to develop, but the key is to understand the metrics that Facebook gives you. So knowing how your broadcast performs or how your community has really engaged with the content that you have provided and for how long, and this is key, for how long, this will guide you onto the type of content that resonates with your audience. So these statistics can help you create better, richer content for future broadcasts. So some of the live metrics that Facebook does provide is the peak live viewers. This metric basically shows you the highest number of concurrent viewers who have viewed your live broadcast for at least 3 seconds. I know 3 seconds is not a lot, but those first 3 seconds is key to get those viewers up to watching the first 10 seconds. And once you've got them engaged during that time, there's a greater chance that they will stay on the live and watch the live for longer. So you'll get these curves that you will see on the graph to show the number of concurrent viewers that's watching on different points of your live broadcast for at least 3 seconds or more. Then you have an audience and engagement metric. So the video engagement graph shows you how aggregate audiences engaged at specific points within the Facebook broadcast. So this means you can see specific points throughout your broadcast of when people were moved to react, to comment on, or even share the video. Once you know those key points are, you can even take the content during those segments and create other Facebook Lives, because you know at this point that the audience is engaging with this kind of content. Then you'll also get to see the minutes viewed. Now, this is the total number of minutes that your video was watched, including the replays and the views less than 3 seconds. For me, I don't find this as something that's valuable, because over time that just accumulates and it doesn't tell you whether that video or that content has really resonated with your audience. You get to see the number of 3-second video views. This is important as well. Those first 3 seconds are essential to increasing your video watch time. You get to see 10-second views. Now, these statistics, I know it seems so redundant. Why do I need to really break things down? But remember, when you look at the ad manager side of things, Facebook allows you to create 3-second video view audiences, 10-second video view audiences, and you can customize your content to that. If they watched 3 seconds or if they watched 10 seconds, something got them to the 10 seconds. So whatever that was, you can retarget them with different kind of content. Maybe they just needed the content, presented it in a different way. Instead of a male speaking, they wanted a female. or whatever the case is. The metric that I find the most valuable is the video average watch time. So that's the total watch time of your video divided by the total number of video plays. That's including the replays. If you see a point in your video with a large drop off, look at your content to understand which parts of your video might not have been seen as engaging to people. So you can select a specific moment on that engagement graph to watch the corresponding video clip. And once you've got a decent size going and people are watching your videos, you can start monetizing your broadcast. Now, if you are a verified page with the blue badge and monetizing your live content in partnership with a third party, you must use the branded content tag. And the branded content is anything that mentions or features a sponsor. For example, if you're a beauty blogger and you're demonstrating the latest makeup tips and you're working with a cosmetics company as a sponsor, then you need to use this branded content tag to follow Facebook's policies. Third parties who are tagged on your post can also see a high level view of your video's organic reach and engagement, the total ad spend, the cost per impressions. These video sponsors can also share in your video organically or even boost the post to help you increase your reach. So now that you have this idea of how you can shape your content, here are some tips that can help you to best engage, inform, and entertain your audience before, during, and after your broadcast. So before the broadcast, you want to build anticipation. You want to tell fans ahead of time that you will be going live, and you can do this by posting a quick message to your page. And I found 1 day's notice is enough time to build that kind of awareness. It's a great time period also for you to solicit questions. So you can ask your audience to submit questions via the comment section. So you have a pipeline of topics to discuss during your broadcast. So this is a great way to engage with your audience before your interview begins, and basically, it's self-creating content right there. You also need to test your data or Wi-Fi connection. There's nothing worse than going through a Facebook Live and 20 minutes in, your Wi-Fi signal goes or your data connection is too slow for a live broadcast. So I recommend using the Facebook Live only if you have a really strong Wi-Fi or at the very least a 4G connection. So maybe download an internet speed test before you go live to see if it's really worth your time. Or if you have to, you're going to have to record it and then put it on. At this point, it's better than nothing. But Facebook Live requires a connection that's faster than 10 megabytes per second. So if your signal isn't strong enough, you'll notice that the go live button is gray. So this basically tells you that your connection is weak and you can't really go live. So once you have a better connection, the button will become available again. During a broadcast, you can give people time to join. So if you are scheduling a broadcast for 3, try and jump into the video at least 10 minutes. Warm up the crowd. Many viewers tune in during the first couple of minutes of the broadcast. While you're waiting for your audience to grow, I recommend you using this time to introduce who's on the broadcast with you. Welcome the early viewers and go over what you plan to do. Also, you can interact with viewers. The power of Facebook Live is that it's real-time interaction. You can have more successful broadcast if you let viewers participate by asking questions. Remind your viewers that they can submit questions as comments and try mentioning viewers' names, because it's kind of like a thrill, somebody else mentioned you on the live and now everybody sort of knows who you are. So make it personal. You can also use a live to add a friend to your live broadcast. Now, this could be a fun and interesting way to interview someone and to add the communal dynamic to your live routine. You can also manage the conversation with pinned comments. So similar to how you can pin a post on your page, you can also pin a comment to the bottom of your video. So this makes it even easier to manage your engagement while interacting with your community. You can also broadcast for longer periods of time. Now, the longer you broadcast, the more likely people are to discover and invite their friends on Facebook to watch this video. Do keep in mind, though, that the maximum length for a broadcast is 4 hours. If you've got content for 4 hours, good on you. But at least 10 minutes on your lives, if possible. Don't let it be less than 10 minutes. And also signal the end of your broadcast. Don't just leave people hanging around or end the broadcast abruptly. Do a nice outro. So let people know the broadcast is ending now. When you're going to plan to be live again, and mention that too, and encourage people to tune in the next time. So to get more engagement post-broadcast, you can save the video, Once the video is ended, you'll have the option to delete or to publish the video to your page or your profile. Once you publish, you can delete the video at any time, but keep it on so people who weren't able to watch the broadcast live can access it at a later stage. Also, additional viewers can share the broadcast, and this increases the overall views of the live. Also, update the description. Provide detailed descriptions before your broadcast, as it is helpful as the description you use after that broadcast. So, does something exciting happen while you were broadcasting live? Were there unexpected topics that came up? Just tap the edit button on the video post and include these types of highlights in the updates description to add more interesting elements and to boost your discoverability. To really do well with Facebook Lives, you need to soup up your equipment, and I don't mean buying some high-end equipment here. I'm talking about little knickknacks that you can buy to make your videos or your live broadcast superior than just pulling out your smartphone. Now, the first thing that you need is a microphone. Now, I know that people are forgiving of bad video. Maybe the image is a little blurry, the lights are not so good. But if that audio quality is still great, people are going to still tune into your content. So invest in a microphone. Now, if you're doing your lives on your phone, on your smartphone, I suggest a wide lapel mic. Now, these mics, a decent mic is like $20 on Amazon. And I keep one in the car, keep one in my bag, in my kit bag, and I keep one in my office as well. Because most of the time I'm doing lives on my phone. You can have an external mic, like sometimes I use my podcast mic if I'm doing lives from my desktop. So that's a really good quality. Sometimes you'll see that my videos, the lighting is bad, or visually it's not that appealing, but my audio is crisp, mainly because I use an external mic. Now, to pump up the volume on your visuals, try adding an external webcam. I mean, this could set you back around $80. Which is far more affordable than thousands of dollars on a high-end camera. So most laptops have a pretty decent webcam, but if you want to look more crisper, more professional, and provide a higher quality of video, an external webcam should be an essential part of your kit. I'm going to post some really nice links to equipment that I use in the show notes, so look out for that. And I am an Amazon affiliate as well. So if you do purchase any one of these items, I will get a small commission on it. And the third thing that's essential is a tripod. Now, I have a full-length tripod that I use. I use it in different parts of the room. Maybe I want to do my live standing up. So I have a nice full-length, lightweight tripod. I also have a desk tripod, which is basically a Joby, the Gorilla Pod. It's nice, it's flexible. I can stick it up anywhere. And I also have a video stabilizer. The stabilizer is nice because I can accessorize. I can put lighting on there. I can put additional boom mics on there. And again, lighting, you can go all out, really. It's totally up to you. If you're broadcasting on your cell phone, a simple selfie ring will do. If you want something a little higher end, try a softbox light. But there's a technique to lighting. I'm no expert at lighting. I'm learning as I go. Ask me sound. I can tell you sound. I'm a sound engineer by profession. But lighting, a simple ring light will do. A selfie ring light is fine. Also, your backdrop is important. My backdrop sucks for my lives. But you can, especially if you're doing it outside, you got some nice visuals. That's great. But if you're doing it indoors, maybe you can get a backdrop kit. Also, everything is available on Amazon. It can set you back maybe about $80 or so. But a simple shelf, maybe some background lighting, a lampshade or something like that is decent enough for Facebook Live. And here's an extra bonus if you want to have one flashy camera broadcasting live on your various social media platforms. You can use a software called OBS Studio, which is open broadcast software that allows you to stream one video source on multiple social media platforms. All right, so this is all about Facebook Lives, how you can engage, how you can connect during this lockdown time, and don't let it just be for lockdown. Now, if you're listening to this way in the future and you're out of lockdown and we've hopefully beat this virus, use Facebook Lives. I hope that none of us go back to our lives as usual, the way things were in our business before this lockdown. Let's be innovative let's be different. And if you guys were engaging digital prior to this lockdown, you'd be in a safe space right now. But if not, you're forced into digital, then it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to you. So don't go back to the same old. Don't go back to the way things were. Embrace technology. It's a great thing. It's opening up new avenues, new doors for revenue for you and your business. And let Facebook Live be one of the power players in your digital arsenal. So that's it for me, Yolanda Rose, signing off for this week's edition of the Digital Marketing Masters podcast.